Hey guys, this is Rurouni K95 here, and it is time for a brand new video that I haven't thought of doing something more different. I haven't thought of something I wanted to do before. It's one of those types of videos that I've been thinking about doing, which I haven't done before until now, and I'm going to be talking about my anime backlog. Especially the ones that, you've seen that you've watched on DVD, either you finished watching, like, are on YouTube, or on the library, or on Crunchyroll online, or one of those apps, those sites that you could watch anime for free, like Kiss Anime before it got shut down back in 2020, etc. That's what I'm talking about as well. Well, because I wanted to pick about 31 titles of anime I picked from my anime collection, especially the ones I have are on VHS, DVD, and Blu-rays. I wanted to the thing of how I wanted to do like a backlog video as well. Yeah, because I wanted to talk about something. I wanted to know the fact is that this is the first time I'm going to be doing my anime backlog. Okay, this one I'm talking about is Air Master, because I have finished watching this anime on YouTube, like the whole entire series for like almost 1 hour, like all completed. When you watch it, it's original Japanese on there, but it has like a Ukrainian, Russian voiceover over the Japanese dub on there. Yeah, although I have seen this anime on Crunchyroll. I mean, this is basically how the anime brings a lot of entertaining to watch, though. Especially of how, from the looks as well. Yeah. Because there's only like 4 episodes on this DVD here. Yeah, because Genion Entertainment never released the rest of them. Because they only released it like, I believe only 3 volumes on this one here. Especially for a simple anime series like Air Master, which is this one. Because, well, why not? Yeah, I mean, I thought the challenges between Maki versus Kaori in the wrestling ring match, and that episode was pretty fantastic, very exciting, very kick-ass as well. Yeah, because this was the one I have here, because this is uncommon of how I wanted to watch something like I haven't watched before until now, especially even though I think I watched this back in 2020 during the pandemic as well, because this keeps me how I'm entertaining. And the next recommended anime I have here for a cult following is Akira. I mean, this is the cult remaining classic, though. This is how a group of biker people, these guys were a motorcycle gang around Neo Tokyo as well. Of how it's basically the genesis of how Akira is what it is as well. I mean, how it's exciting about how this movie is as well. Yeah, this is the Blu-ray combo from Funimation I have here, by the way, because this is a great fun watch, entertaining to watch, because this was released in 1988 in Japan, though. Good thing, this did got a cult following, though. I mean, I have watched, it's been a while since I think I've watched Akira on DVD that I borrowed from the library, as well as I read the original manga that I read from the library, and then I think I've watched Akira on VHS, DVD, and VHS back in 2016 when I have it on the VCR, but when I've got this on here, because I think it's great to watch this one as well. I might as well rewatch it for tonight's movie night one as well. The next anime series that I finally discovered was another anime series that I wanted to check out is Attack on Titan although I have watched Attack on Titan Season 1 Part 1 that I borrowed from the library, though. But when I found the actual edition of Attack on Titan, like all episodes from 1 to 25 on the library, because this brings me a lot of how I'm being introduced to this current anime hits on there. In the wake of how they're releasing the final season of Attack on Titan is coming out, though, because this brings a lot of enjoyment, though, because I have read the manga, though, especially I think I read all of those at the library, though, but Attack on Titan brings a lot of entertaining, though. I mean, this brings how it's stand by its side as well. Yeah, because this is basically Japan's equivalent to The Walking Dead, because that's what it said on the back cover. The next one, anime on my backlog, is Basilisk. This is an outstanding samurai anime series on here. Yeah, because although I have watched the complete series of Basilisk that I found at the library back in 2017, and then I rewatched it as well, I really enjoyed the series because if you like Japanese anime series with some samurais on it, you have to check out Basilisk, because there's only 4 episodes on this DVD that comes with a trading card, like this one here. Yeah, it's that one. Because you gotta check out Basilisk, because this is an excellent series on here. And the next anime is one of my favorite dark fantasy ones I had as Berserk. This is my favorite anime series from the 90s on here. Although, because I think I saw this on YouTube when I was getting the volumes of Berserk on DVD. I mean, this has got me introduced to ever since, because I wanted to watch this ever since Kentaro Miura died. Because, you know, Kentaro Miura is the creator of Berserk. I mean, this story just tells the story about how it takes place in the castle town of Midland, where the new king wanted to come to power through the treachery and violence. When a mysterious young warrior who has known himself as the Black Swordsman has a grudge against the king as well, especially in the twilight of Midland, when the mercenary named Guts has to fight for his fortune. Yeah, because that's how the story... We all know the story of Berserk is, because... Yeah, I have watched this series, though, because I really loved this. What I think of Berserk, I really enjoyed it, because although I have read the manga, though, because Berserk is in the mood you have to go in for as well. The next anime I have is Code Geass, Lelouch of Rebellion. I think I watched the first season. I haven't seen season 2 of Code Geass, but I will watch it at one point eventually. I mean, this brings a lot of entertainment, because I like this anime a lot more than Space Thunder Kids, in my opinion, but this is the real deal what Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion is, because this is the perfect example of these types of anime that you wanted to be in the mood for. Because I think I've seen all 25 episodes of Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion, is that you wanted to expect of how... Yeah, because there's only like, I believe 6 discs on here. Because I think I've watched all 26 episodes back in 2018, though. Because this anime helps me to get in the mood for. And also, another anime I have seen was Daphne and the Brilliant Blue. Because I know I've seen 4 episodes of them on YouTube, as well as I watched some of the episodes from the DVD of, I believe, Daphne and the Brilliant Blue, like, to Volume 5. Because I had to watch the rest of them on YouTube back in 2020, which is on YouTube, which I remembered not too long ago. Because it's one of those anime titles that it's just what it is as well. Another anime that I'm still currently watching that I need to get back to finish watching eventually at one point is Death Note. Yeah, because, you know, Death Note is another anime you have to be in the mood for as well, because you wanted to start watching this, although I've only seen about 4 episodes on this, but one of these days I will finish watching Death Note on there just to get in the mood, because just like how I finished because I have finished reading the manga, but one of these days I will finish watching the anime eventually at one point, just to get you in the mood for it. The next one is another anime series, Celestial Legend. Yeah, I think I've watched this anime on YouTube though, like, even though I got this on DVD for the first time, because I wanted to watch the rest on YouTube back in 2018, back in May as well, because I was feeling entertained while I was watching this. It's one of those animes that it's just what it is as well. The next anime is Cowboy Bebop. This is an excellent, outstanding anime series, though. Even though that there is the live-action Cowboy Bebop series on Netflix, though, but some of them may have mixed feelings about it. But if you want to binge on watching, you gotta check out the anime, because the anime one brings a lot of entertaining, though, as well. The next one I have is Devil Hunter Yoko, which I have on my anime backlog. Although it's been a while since I've seen Devil Hunter Yoko on YouTube back in 2019 on a rainy day back in May, because this is one of those animes that helps me got into the mood on watching anime from the 90s as well. Because I know this anime is very tongue-in-cheek, but this one has some dark moments in it, especially for an anime, because there's only both versions. This one includes the special extended version, which it's only subtitled on here, because this is one of the great examples of what, if you ever loved watching anime in the 90s as well. The next one is Devilman, the complete TV series. I mean, this is the 70s version, though. I mean, it's just what it is, though. I mean, it's a lot very different than the original manga, although the original Devilman manga is very darker and supernatural-like. Well, the TV show series one from the 70s, they made it like a tokusatsu superhero kids show type anime, though, instead of like the dark violence and the supernatural. Although, ironically, it's one of those anime titles, like this one is popular in Italy during the 80s on there. Because it's another anime you have to be in the mood for, either in its own way, either if you watch this or the Devilman OVA from the 80s. The next one is Desert Punk. This is basically another anime that I just watched on YouTube on there, as well as the last remaining episodes on Facebook as well. Because I know there's some fan service, but this takes place on the desert, though. If you like Trigun, I highly recommend you Desert Punk as well. The next one is Dwayne Maker D. This is basically a short episodic anime series, like little reminiscent to like 70s giant robot anime in the 70s at the time period. The next one I have is D'Artagnan and the Three Musketeers. This is the canine version of the Three Musketeers. This was animated by Nippon Animation, because although it premiered in Japan on October 9th, 1981, which is within a week before your Say Yasura, because that is the thing of how you're getting in the mood for it, though. Even though I've done a re-review on this on Anime Retrospect a while back. And the next one I have is Farewell to Space Battleship Yamato. This is an outstanding space opera sci-fi anime from the 70s, which is a follow-up to its previous predecessor to Space Battleship Yamato movie, though. Although the first one is edited from the original Space Battleship Yamato series on here. And the next one to get into the mood for is The Fist of the North Star, the series and the movie. Although the movie is basically the condensed, basically how it's a retelling version of the TV series. Although I have watched The Fist of the North Star TV series once, and I watched it twice, though. Because it's one of those anime titles that you got in the mood for as well. And the next one I have is Full Metal Alchemist in my backlog, because it's one of those outstanding classic anime on there. Especially, it's been a while since I've seen this one, because there's some great action, there's some great elements on there, but it has some moments on there as well, if you ever seen it. Another anime series that I have here is the is the Full Metal Panic series. I have seen Full Metal Panic, especially from this DVD, and all the complete volumes of Full Metal Panic from Full Metal Panic the second raid on here, because it's one of those perfect examples of how you watch some good anime there as well. Just to get you in the mood for it as well. Another classic anime from the 90s is Fushigi Yugi, The Mysterious Play. Yes, I did watch this on DVD back in 2019. I think this was back in May, but I had to watch the rest of episodes from Season 2 on YouTube back in 2019 as well, which we all know. And the next one I have is Harmageddon, which is an anime movie directed by Rintaro. I love this movie because it's basically one of my favorite guilty pleasure anime movies from the 80s on here. Well, the characters are designed by Katsuhiro Otomo, who is the creator of Akira on there. Yeah, I had to rewatch it for the third time, though. This is why I'm in my backlog. The next one I have is Helsing. This is the excellent anime horror series from the because this is an outstanding series. Because I think I've watched this before I had to watch Helsing Ultimate. Because both of these series gives you a lot faithful for the original manga. The next one is His and Her Circumstances. This is also known as Kare Kano as well. Yeah, this is one of those anime titles it's just what it is on there. But this is another anime that I have to rewatch on my list at this point when I get more volumes of them at one point. The next one is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders, because I have watched the entire JoJo's Bizarre Adventure series on Tubi TV ever since I watched it on there, because this has helped me got into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure series, because it's what Hirohiko Araki has a lot to do for, because the new JoJo's Bizarre Adventure series coming out, because I really love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because it's a lot of fun and all. And the next classic anime from the 70s is Lupin the Third Red Jacket. I think I've watched the Red Jacket series on DVD volumes that I borrowed from the library, and as well as I finished watching the rest of them on Crunchyroll back in 2019. It's an excellent series. And I have his Lupin the Third, The Castle of Cagliostro on here. This is basically an outstanding classic from legendary Hayao Miyazaki. This is basically the first film. Yeah, because I think I watched this twice, and then I had to rewatch it for the third time because it's an outstanding classic. The next one I have is Maid Sonicoku. This is an outstanding classic anime from the 80s. It's also based on the manga by Rumiko Takahashi, who's the creator of Ranma Half, Say Yasura, and Inuyasha on here. Yeah, this is basically every anime fan would definitely got to give it a watch, though. Yeah, I think I've watched the rest of Maid Sonicoku. I think I've watched 3 volumes on the VHS, but thankfully I was feeling blessed after watching the rest of Maid Sonicoku episodes on YouTube back in 2018 as well, which I remembered. And the next one I have is Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. This is the complete series on here. Even though the new... Because I had to rewatch Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid 24 times, though. Because this is a perfect anime to rewatch, though. And then you want to do a review on this as well. Because, it's about how Kobayashi's life is in the apartment until Toru appears as a dragon. But then she appears as a human girl in the maid outfit as well. Especially in Miss Kobe, including all of her friends, including that appeared in this, which helps you run the show as how you see in Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Yeah, also the new Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid series is now on Crunchyroll. The next one is Mobile Suit Gundam, the 8th MS Miller's Report. I've seen this anime condensed movie version lots of times when I was a kid back in 2003. Yeah, this is the first anime I remember own on DVD. I never knew that this is a condensed version of the Mobile Suit Gundam, the 8th MS Team series on there. Yeah, where they edited episodes from the OVA. The next one I have is Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory. This is an outstanding 13-episode OVA because I think this is part in the Universal Century timeline of how the Gundam saga, because this brings a lot of enjoyment and watching as well. If you haven't seen this one particularly, of how considered how watching a Gundam series are. I will rewatch this eventually because it's been a while since I watched all 4 volumes of them. It's a lot of entertaining. The next one I have is Mobile Suit Gundam 00 here, because I think I've watched the first season on here on this, because I had to watch this during the pandemic on DVD because I was bored though. Because this is a lot more entertaining to watch though, because this is one of those you have to be in the mood if you ever loved Gundam though. For any Gundam fan out there who hasn't seen this, well, the movie one, it's okay in my opinion, but the TV series, I've heard good things about it though, from what I understand. Although I did watch Season 2 of Mobile Suit Gundam 00 on YouTube back in 2020, which has been a while. The next one is Ninja Scroll. This is a classic anime movie from the 90s though, because I really love this movie because there's a lot of action, a lot of kick-ass in this one, because this is another anime movie from the 90s in the mood you're in for, because this is directed by Yoshiaki Kawajiri, who brought you Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust, and Demon City Shinjuku as well. Because this is an excellent movie, because I loved it. Because I considered Ninja Scroll my favorite anime movie of the 90s. The next one is Oh My Goddess. This is the OVA series on here. There's only like, I believe, 5 episodes on there, 2 volumes. Yeah, because this is an outstanding OVA. Just before you have Oh My Goddess anime series, like 2 seasons on here, including the Flights of Fancy. But the OVA brings a lot of enjoyment, though. It's very faithful for the original manga as well, for the material, depending on how. The next one is Outlaw Star. This is an outstanding anime series on here, especially if you're in for the mood for how you got into the thrill of the ride, of how you would love to see this one, though. This is basically how. Lots of fun. If you like stuff like Cowboy Bebop or Trigun, you probably got to dig this one. This is an outstanding anime from the 90s on here. Yeah, it's been a while since I watched all 3 DVD volumes of them back in 2018, which I remembered. And the next one I have was Maaf. This is a classic anime series that is based on the manga by Rumiko Takahashi on here. Yeah, because you're definitely in the mood for a treat as well, because you wanted to expect, right? Because this is about Ranma and his father, Genma Sawatome, who are training in the mountains of Junsenkyo, when his father falls into the Spring of Drowned Panda, and Ranma falls into the Spring of Drowned Girl, which causes him in the girl form, we all know the series is. Definitely a classic, though. The next one I have is another anime classic from the 90s, Rurouni Kenshin. This is basically how this takes place in the Meiji era Japan, is where he was known as Hitokiri Batosai, when he slayed many of the assassins until he changed his mind to become a wanderer instead. You know, the first 2 seasons are great because Legend of Kyoto arc was my favorite, because it's a lot very true to the original manga, though, because if you have never seen, because it's been a while since I've seen this on Toonami, and I had to rewatch seasons 1 through 3 on the DVD sets, because this is a great example of you were gonna rewatch an anime on there, because you can't go wrong with classic anime. The next one I have is The Slayers Evolution R. This is another anime I have here, because if you love The Slayers, because The Slayers Evolution R basically has helped to have seen the original Slayers anime series, because The Slayers started as an anime in the 90s on here, because in its own certain ways of how, because you can't go wrong with this as well, because it's probably one of the, this came out after the Slayers Evolution series as well. The next anime I have, Trigun. This is basically of how, it's another great anime from the 90s on here, because it's been a while since I borrowed volumes of them on DVD from the library, and I had to watch this because I really enjoyed this, because I think I consider this my favorite anime next to Outlaw Star and Cowboy Bebop, because this is a great example of watching classic anime as well. The next one is Say Yasura. This is the anime TV series. This is another earlier anime from that is also based on the manga by Rumiko Takahashi on here. This started as an anime series on October 14th, 1981, around the same hour as D'Artagnan and the Three Musketeers and Ulysses 31. This is like a romantic comedy anime, though, with some like pop culture references for the because I've heard good things about this, because you can't go wrong with this as well. Because, you know, most of the episodes are directed by Momoru Oshi, until he directed the only 2 movies he did. The next one I have is Say Yasura, Beautiful Dreamer. This is a classic anime directed by Momoru Oshi, and this is a perfect example for English-speaking anime fans on here, because I know this anime was originally aired on the Sci-Fi Channel back in the 90s on here, because I consider this to be a classic anime from Momoru Oshi. This is how he did before he worked on several Pat Labor movies, Jinro, The Wolf Brigade, and Ghost in the Shell, as well as, and he also worked on Angel's Egg as well. This is a well-known classic. The next one is Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. This is an outstanding anime favorite movie on there, because the first one is pretty good, but Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, on the other hand, you're definitely in the mood for, basically, because this is a lot very true, and it's adapted from the 3rd volume of the novel as well, because that's how it's directed by Yoshiaki Kawajiri, who brought you Demon City, Shinjuku, and Ninja Scroll. This is an outstanding movie, though. And the last one here on my anime backlog is Yu Hakusho. This is an outstanding anime from the 90s, because this is also based on the manga from Yoshihiro Togashi on here, because he was the creator of Hunter x Hunter. I mean, the difference is that the ending is almost as good as in the original manga, but the ending in the anime TV series on here brings a lot of phenomenal feeling as well, from what I understand as well. So that's going to be it for my anime backlog. Hope to subscribe for content. My anime planet link in the description. I'll let you share this video on your Twitter, Facebook. If you have Twitter and Facebook account, all social media. Smack the like button if you enjoy this video. What is your anime backlog in the comments section below? Be sure to subscribe to my channel, Rurouni K95. Feel free to join my channel, especially if you're new to my channel as a newcomer as well. And smack the notifications bell button. Keep it otaku for this video, because this is the first time I want to do it. This is Rurouni K95 saying thank you for watching my video, and I'm glad you liked it. I hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next video, and I hope you have a great day. This is Rurouni K95. Also, there's some other ones. Before we go signing off, there's some other ones. That's why I have watched Please Tell Me Galko-chan, another, and Beastars on YouTube and Crunchyroll as well, which I forgot, as well as a lot of them as well, which I forgot to add them as there as well. Yeah, because even though I've seen anime on Crunchyroll and YouTube like Please Tell Me Galko-chan, Mobile Suit Gundam Iron Thunderbolt, and Beastars as well. This is Rurouni K95 saying thank you for watching my video, and I'm glad you liked it, and hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next video. Hope you have a great day. This is Rurouni K95 signing off. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you soon for more videos.